Hey, hello, this is Timo, and this is the 9th video of my project where I'm talking and building Lego. And today we're going to do trains. And I was and am very excited about it because that was the main thing with me and Lego trains. And we are building a relatively small set. Again, the already discussed Octan brand. And it's a tank car and a little truck included. But before we start, and before I take the catalog to see how it was presented there the first time it was released, I think I mentioned it before. In my Lego era, there were two Lego train systems. And to show you the differences, I brought two tracks with me. And I think I can just hold them here in the camera, and you can see the basic differences of those tracks. And this is the so-called 12-volt system. And the tracks were actually combined bricks, like for example this. And the tracks and everything is just separate elements, separate pieces. And I think they were introduced somewhere in the 70s, but they had a blue color. In the 1980, this gray color was introduced. And this is the track, how it looks like without the power supply, the power rail. And this is how my first Lego train track looked like, because my first set was an unpowered, just push train. Yes, and you could include then this this rail. And it didn't look very realistic. I mean, I will dig more in this when we will actually build those trains, because I have those trains. Yes, and as you can see, the track is not very realistic because of this giant power rail. And the trains also made quite a lot of noise when they were running on the track, because they have this little metal things, and it made a kind of like a sound, yeah. Besides the sound of the train rolling on the track. And because, just bricks and the next one and next one, it also was always making this sound of passing this, passing over to the next brick. So it was not very smooth, not really a smooth track and maybe system in general. But this system had really amazing remote controls. So that was really a nice thing about it. And there was just so much stuff you could buy back then from Lego trains. I mean, that's what I remember. We're going to build a couple of them later on. And then let's see if it's really still like that. If I still have the same opinion, or that I get a bit disappointed because I see it from a grown man perspective. Yes, so, and to compare again, this was a track in 91 that was released back then. And let's put this aside, we don't need it anymore. And the thing with the new system or new system in 91 is that it was like one piece, the track, and it looked way more realistic and also color-wise. The downside was that all this stuff like remote control stuff, and there were just way lesser sets and options you had. Although it started really well in 91, the options, the sets that you could buy were still a nice variety, but it went downwards, I guess, from on the 2000s already, after I quit playing with Legos. Yes, and the power supply is just coming straight from the tracks. So you don't have this hideous rail in the middle anymore. And the trains were running way smoother, and the motor was not making extra sound. It was more making a sound like a bit like a, like a normal sound of electronic machines, yeah. So let's prepare this one immediately for the build, because this exact track we are going to use as a presentation plate, because since the train has train wheels, makes more sense to do that on a train track. And I think we're going to start with this little car. So they can both go here. And then first we take a quick look in the catalog. So it was 93 when it was released. So basically it was the second batch of did I mention it? It's called the 9 volts system, and the old one was the 12 volts. That's how they get separated from each other. And the 9 volt system, by the way, is also in the past now, because today Lego only has plastic tracks with trains that just have their own batteries. So it's not anymore that the train gets the power supply from the track. So 93, it was the second batch of 9 volt train sets to be released. And yeah, there were some great sets. Here we have our set that we are going to build today. 4537 Octan Twin Tank Tanker, or I would just call it tank car. Yes, great sets. The sleeping car, I have it. We're going to build it at some point. And I think if you ask Lego train enthusiasts what Lego trains they know, the first thing they will probably mention is the Metroliner. And this is this train. It's, I think, the most famous Lego train ever. Very popular. I have it also, and we're going to build it for sure. Great memories with that one, yeah. So, yes, and of course, it's really nice how they present everything here. I remember as a child, I was so excited about this and wanted immediately to run to the shop and just, if I had the money, to buy all of these trains. It's like, yeah, candy store. Very nice. I mean, it's not very realistic. There's like a giant bridge somehow flying over the landscape here, but very nice, yeah. So I think that's the whole introduction now. This video, as you already feel, is getting a bit longer. It's a nice Sunday. so we have time for a bit more, and let's start. Yes, Octan. I was actually thinking about after the last Octan video with this little car and this boat, why I actually like, because I was quite excited about these colors, right? And I think it's just reminding me about Italian flag, because it's the Italian colors, right? And I think I just, when I think about Italy, I just have a positive feeling, because it's just a very nice country. It's just a very nice country. I have only good memories about visiting Italy. It's everything you want, right? With traveling. Most of the time, I mean, if you go a bit to the south also, you have amazing weather, amazing landscape, everything amazing, amazing food. Yeah. I know for living there, it's a bit a different story, because there's a cab. I was looking for the cab. Just getting lost somewhere in a pile of bricks. Yeah, living in Italy is, I know, is not always that amazing, because I don't know how they're doing now, but before they used to have quite a, when the financial crisis hit us, Italy was doing really not good. I know it because I know some people from there, and they were quite suffering back then. So yeah, and still now, especially when you go to the south, a lot of stuff is not functioning. For example, the city of Naples, it's a thrilling city, but after just one day spending there, it was too much for me, you know. And I think the line is around Rome. Rome is a bit in the middle of the craziness and the more chill, you know. I don't know how I say it. The more not crazy part of Italy. And yes, but sometimes you want to have this craziness, and sometimes, because if you go to the north, to Milan or to Verona or Turin, it can be also sometimes maybe a bit boring. So sometimes you want to have this craziness, and sometimes you just want to, oh please, you know. But Naples, yes. I didn't go totally to the south to Sicilia, but I found Naples quite stressy. Yeah, quite stressy. It's something I remember when, like last year, 2 years ago, I went to Egypt, and I think the south of Italy is more a bit like in Arabia, like this craziness, like cars everywhere, and you know. And the north of Italy is just very similar to where I live in Austria now, or maybe even to Holland. It's just very calm, you know. And it's interesting that you have that in one country. So that's all about Italy. And just because of the colors, I just start an entire monologue about that country in the south. Yeah. So till now we came so far that we have the minifigure ready to overlook the construction site. And let's continue. So as you can see, there's a lot of greens again in this green bricks in the set. And yeah, like I mentioned before already in the other Octan video, In the time that this came out, green was not such a common color. So it was something really it was also something really refreshing to see a new color appearing. And there we have nice prints, nice Octan prints. There you go. It's printed. Unfortunately, the other logos and everything in the set, except for the minifigure, are stickers. Yes, that's something I will talk about later for this particular set. Oh, already wrong. Now I have to build. Nah. 6 of the same. And if it's so difficult for me to build already one, then 6 is going to take a long time. Oh, it'll be fine. So, of course, it's always with these bigger sets that it also can be a bit more boring to build, because they ask you then, it's more common then that they ask you to repeat things. Like 6 days or 10 days or 20 days. But now it's still okay. Now it's still nice. These cute little cans, these little gasoline containers. And yeah, one more. The red one. The green one. That's a bit the thing with, if a set is bigger, I have to find another system to do that, because I don't like to get stressed out because I think there's a piece missing. I know it's here because I checked it before again. Ah, there it is. You see they're just hidden sometimes because the pile gets bigger and bigger when the set is bigger. So, and now they want me to put all this gasoline containers on this pallet. So that's also what we have. Right. Then we start with the little truck. And those are the nice sets, you know, when you have more different things in it, when it's like a little scene, you know, that you can already play with only that set. And, you know, because it's a relatively small set, you know. Yes, and I think that's nice for a child if you get this, if you buy this or you get this for your birthday, and then you can already entertain yourself with it, you know, without needing to have like more stuff already. Of course, when you only have a train wagon, you also need a locomotive, of course, and tracks. So in this case, it's not exactly the way I just described it. Yes. Green, green, green. Everything green. All the world is green. That's a song of Tom Waits. Building Legos is, now I just realize it, it's just actually so relaxing. I mean, with a camera on my face and people looking at it later makes it maybe a tiny bit lesser relaxing. But it's just because I just started, you know. Maybe I get so confident with it at some point. No, I'm quite confident with it. But so my point is, building Legos is actually quite relaxing, like meditating. Do you say it like that? Meditating? I think you get my point. Too fast, too fast. I always tend to skip steps. But I think the Italians, they have, I think the Italians have also quite a nice flag, actually. I mean, I heard a story about flags, country flags, that they were very limited in the colors they wanted to use, because the colors had to be available in the nature, in, you know, like dyeing, like paint. And back in the days, they didn't have a lot of varieties, you know. They had only one kind of red, one kind of green, and very limited. So that's what I heard. That's why a lot of flags look very similar, like, you know. They had just like a very limited amount of options. But I think the Italians and the Hungarians also, and I think they're Mexico, they found a very nice color combination, I think. And it's so funny because the colors of the Italian flag also are kind of representing the food. Green, red, and white, the pasta, the dough of the pizza, you know. And that's just funny. And yeah, the Hungarians, I don't know. It's also like you got used to it, so it's very difficult to think about, do I like this? Or, you know, is this a nice color combination? Or it just reminds you, it just gives you this feeling of Italy. Because I'm thinking now, what is now actually the difference between the Italian flag and the Hungarian flag? Besides that, the Hungarians decided to orientate as colors on a horizontal way, you know. But somehow the colors of the Italian flag look better. And I think it's pretty the same colors almost. Yeah. And I should not forget the Mexicans. I'm sorry. And the other nations that have also those colors. If you know which flags, you can put it in which countries, you can put it in the comments. Yeah. A friend of mine told me that although I'm just starting, I should already ask my audience to feel free to express their opinions or whatever, or just say stuff in the comments. Let's see if that works. Yes. I have to focus a bit on the build because it's not a problem if this video gets a bit longer, but it should not get over the top. Bricks, 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 everywhere bricks. Yeah. This is good, this is good, this is good. Then there. Okay, whatever. There. This one there. This one there. I think this car is already bigger than most small sets that I was building. And I didn't even build the train car, the tank car. But as I can estimate now, is that actually the car has more parts. But the train car, because yeah, it just has bigger bricks, bigger parts. So it's bigger, but lesser parts, as I can estimate now. And then we have this thing with the sticker again, the sticker issue. So they are kind of still on it. This is the most idiotic part of this sticker stuff, is that sometimes you also have to put them over more than one brick. And then dirt is collecting over the time. So I removed it and tried to clean it a bit. But it still looks a bit like, let's say the truck is a bit old and dirty. Yes, prints are so much nicer, so much easier, so much more efficient. I mean, the prints on this, imagine those prints on these little things would be also stickers. That would be a hell. And because it's round, I mean, that's why probably they printed it, because they realized, no, we cannot do this with stickers because it just will fall off. Because it's round, it will not have enough grip. But it still looks good. Of course, the prints, you know, when the stones get old, it's just going off a bit, you know. But it's way better than the stickers. We can put a little guy inside. So, and the container. Oh, and I almost forget the wheels. Oh, it's better to do that, to put it on after putting the wheels probably. Like this. And this one actually, this is a bit how it used to be. Not like the other cars that were like not really rolling anymore. Yeah, that's how it was. Just be a bit careful. So that's the truck. Now we're going to do the actual thing. The rail car. And it's very funny. They actually want you to put the wheels like this. Ah, no, it's not working. It's not working. I don't know why. It's a bit ridiculous. I don't know why they put it like this. They should just put it upside down, or put the next thing on the next page, you know, upside down. Looks a bit weird. It's funny too. You could return the Lego set to Legos and say like, yes, this is not working. I tried, but not working. The wheels fall down all the time. How do I do now? Look, because if they would just have told you, just start like this, you know, and then just upside down, would have made way more sense. Maybe this will be my next job, that I work for Lego and say like, no, wheels upside down. No, wheels upside down. Hey, you have the wheels not upside down. Please put them upside down. Yeah. All right. This is my first Lego train car. in 30 years. Crazy. That's crazy. 30 years, that's like, I don't know, 1/3 of your life. If you're lucky, maybe. Tja. And if you think about all the stuff that happened in those years. I came a long way, baby. I think that's an album from Fatboy Slim. You've come a long way, baby. Something like this. With all the famous songs on it. Rockefeller Skank and Right Here, Right Now and Praise You, and I think there were some more hits on it. I think that when Fatboy Slim got really big, I think he made some music before, but that was really the golden age for him, I think, if you can call it like that. Right here, right now, right here, right now. Yeah, let's stay on the topic. Let's focus, 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 focus. Focus, focus, focus. Right here, right now, right here, right now. Focus right here, right now. Focus. Right here, right now. Do 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 do. Yeah. But I saw some videos recently of Fatboy Slim. I don't remember his name, his real name. I think he's living in England somewhere on the seaside. He has a little studio on the seaside. He was showing it or something. But he's a super sympathetic guy, and you would not think that he's like a famous musician. He looks very British. If he dress up a bit particular way, he could just be like some kind of football hooligan or something. No, but he's quite intelligent. Of course, if you make music like this, if you are able to, because this is the process of making this music, you know, finding all the samples to create these tracks, you know, like sampling. And so he's a kind of genius, of course. He made so much hits. He also had these side projects. Mighty Cat's Dub or something. That's also a nice track. I think you know it. It's like king king king, ring king 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 king, king 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 king. Yeah. That's all the 90s. There was like in this time. It was a bit later. I think Fatboy Slim is 98. I assume. I guess. So, and this is a story. I went to high school in 95. Yes. And in 98, I was totally into Fatboy Slim. And that's the teenage years, you know. I mean, in general, I have a kid now, and, you know, every month the kid is growing and changing, but this just continues till you are like maybe 25 or 27, I don't know. And also these teenage years, it's crazy, so much things to discover about life, so much experiences to gain. Yeah. Now I have to focus a bit, because now I'm building something complicated here. like a kind of machine. I guess it's something that, okay, step by step. So I first have to build this twice, like a control panel, probably where you can get out, you know, to program or whatever this thing to get out the gasoline. Some buttons, some pipes, not some pipes, some taps, some meters. This is a very common brick. I'll show it later. 1 second. Common Lego brick. Ah, now I forgot this other piece. This is a very common brick. You see it in a lot of Lego trains and things that have to be represent like a machine or something. So then we have this hose. I still didn't check what's the name of it, but I think it's called hose to get out the gasoline. I think normally they do it with kind of like, they connect like tubes or pipes, you know, but here with this tank car you have to do it manually. I'm not sure how safe is that. There's another sticker. I already straightened that out, everything. I will talk in somewhere next video also more about the stickers, how I did it with straightening them, and I have an entire plastic foil where those stickers are temporarily stored before putting them back on the bricks. So now it's big pieces. So I think we're approaching the end. And then I have to check because there's one corner like this. That's not very clear. Okay, there on the fronts, these stickers. So one side is front and one side is not the front. Yes, and now I'm grabbing exactly the one that I wanted to talk about, which I will place a bit inside. And I don't think it's difficult for in the camera. I can do it a bit closer. I don't think it's difficult to see the differences. So that piece got totally yellow over the time. And yeah, so listen to this. I checked on the internet how much it would cost me to order that piece again, to replace it with a new one. 33 euros for this thing, for this piece. So I guess it's a quite rare piece. So I guess I just show this wagon from the other side only. So if I find another one with this nice color, till I made up my mind, I just make sure it's just always pointing away from the direction you're looking at it. And it's so strange because it's only one, I think. Only one brick has that issue. As far as I can see now. Now I have to be careful again. So on this side there have to be stickers. Yeah, this one is not a sticker, this one is a sticker, this one is not a sticker. So let's see. This one is slightly yellow, also a bit. But the other one is, oh, this one is also horrible. God damn it. Sorry. Then I put them both. I put them both on this side. Yeah, I think this is a wise thing to do. So just a little amount of brick still here. So we're approaching the end. Okay. So we can close this one. And I prepared this little, by the way, this piece is, I think it's from before 78, because it's the prehistoric, it are the prehistoric minifigure legs. Yeah, when the minifigure still didn't have real legs, but just like a kind of brick. And I have those bricks because there was at one point that I got some old Legos from flea market. Like it's called Queen's Day in Holland. I mean, right now it's King's Day because we have a king now, and then they rename it. But I guess on some point I bought a box, and then there were also very old Legos included. So now I'm holding it with the ugly side away from the camera, the ugly yellowish bricks away from the camera. Yeah. And that's the tank car. And then we can then we have a piece of track. So this one has to be a bit like there, you know, like looking at the train. Maybe the guy is waiting for his gasoline, you know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the problem is that if you don't see it on this camera, this yellowish bricks, then you see it on this camera, but on this camera it's not that obvious like on that camera. Great. So, oopsa. There we go. There we have our tank car, our Octan tank car with a delivery guy, how you call it? Someone that is delivering the gasoline. I always forget to take some sips. That was the first Lego train of my collection. More exciting to build, more exciting to talk about, more stories, more memories. And this is just like one little single car, but there will come more and more of this. Yeah. I hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you back again for the next video, and subscribe, and I wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye. Da 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 da.